Here we are. All right, everybody, here we go. Welcome to the 5:30 p.m. April 12th, 2022 CRA meeting. We do have a quorum, so I'll call this meeting to order. Would you please join me in a moment of silence? And the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of the Republic, one nation, indivisible, for all. Clerk, would you please read the rules to speak?
Yes. Individuals wishing to speak on agenda items must complete a sign-up card prior to the item being introduced. Sign-up cards are available on the table in the council chamber. Individuals wishing to speak on non-agenda items may do so under petitions and requests from the public present. No sign-up card is required. Citizens will be given 3 minutes to speak on all agenda items. All sign-up cards and exhibits being submitted to City Council shall be placed in the box on the table in the council chamber.
Thank you very much. Do I have a motion to approve the CRA minutes of the March 8th, 2022 CRA meeting?
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor, please say yes.
Yes.
Opposed, say no. Minutes pass unanimously. City Manager.
On to old business, which is item 7A. Last meeting, Tim provided you the annual report less the audit, the financial audit. So the financial audit is within this document and the approved transmittal letter of that. So staff is recommending that you approve the FY 2021 annual report for the City of Titusville Community Redevelopment Agency with added financial audit and approve the transmittal report to the CRA's creating municipality, the City of Titusville.
Thank you. Staff, anything you want to add?
No, sir, unless there's any questions.
Do I have any questions? Do not. Do I have a motion to approve?
Yes, my wife's son.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, sir.
Yes, the only question as I was going through it, I saw the liabilities increased tremendously. And I'm trying to locate it. Over the year, from 22,000 to 200 and some thousand, 21. And I just had a question of why that happened. No, have any idea what I'm talking about now?
Unfortunately, I do not. That may be a question for the finance director in the next meeting,
Okay,
as this will come up, I believe, in the, city council meeting.
all right.
And City Manager, we are looking to move forward with this, correct?
Yes, correct.
Okay, thank you. And if there are no other questions, then I would take a motion to approve.
I'll move for approval, fiscal year 2021 annual report for the City of Titusville Community Redevelopment Agency with the added financial audit and approved transmittal to the City Council.
I have a motion by Member Ball,
Second.
a second by Member Nelson. Roll call vote, please.
Member Aker,
Yes.
Member Robinson,
Yes,
Member Nelson,
Yes.
Chairman Diesel,
Yes.
Vice Chair Jordan,
Absent.
Member Ball,
Yes.
Member Sokol.
Yes.
Passes unanimously, minus Vice Member Jordan. City Manager.
Item 7B, which is review and accept the proposed FY 2023 CRA budget that goes into the city's budget as we first begin our budget process. Mr. Ford's available to answer any questions that you may have on this budget.
Any comment or addition?
The only thing I have to add is the question about, I think it was Member Robinson had asked about the effect on the pier pilings for the observation walking pier. And in fact, we have received our permit from the agencies.
Oh.
So we are moving forward and we'll bring it back to the board. They said that there was no effect and we were exempt.
Any other
very good.
Member Ball?
Yeah, we're We don't have any update yet on the TIF projections, do we, for this budget? Yeah,
No, we won't get our tax values usually towards the end of May. Then in July, we'll get a second updated one, right, or end of June. So then we'll let you know what those figures are, and then it depends on what the millage rates are, and then we can know what the TIF is.
so just by memory, this is, conservatively, we use the current year TIF
Correct.
revenues as the placeholder for the budget.
Correct. And from what I've heard, we're looking towards an increase in tax values. So there should be some additional funding that the board can reappropriate.
All right, good. Member Robinson?
No,
Is
it
that
was
all?
still
Okay.
on.
Any other comments from the board? Any questions? I see neither. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
I have a motion on,
Accept the proposed
go ahead.
fiscal year 2023 CRA budget.
And do I have a second? I have a second from Member Stokel. The motion was from Member Nelson. Roll call vote.
Member Robinson,
Yes.
Member Nelson, Chairman Diesel,
Yes.
Member Ball,
Yes.
Member Stokel,
Yes.
Member Aker,
Yes.
Passes 6-0. City Manager.
On to new business, item 8A, which is the commercial beautification grant for a property located at 315 South Hopkins Avenue. The project is located at 315 South Hopkins Avenue within the downtown subdistrict of the Community Redevelopment Agency. The owner, KH Holdings of Brevard LLC, Hannah Cairns of Sunrise Bakery Company, is applying to re-roof the building. Roof repairs are listed as an eligible expense in the Commercial Beautification Facade Improvement Program. The total cost of the low bid re-roof of the building is $24,450. The total amount of the reimbursement is 50% of the total, which comes to $12,225. Funds are available within the CRA Building Grants FY 2022 budget to cover this expense.
Staff?
Nothing further unless you have any questions. The applicant is in the audience.
Council questions? Cards, please.
there's no cards.
Okay, so would the applicant like to speak? I see, I'm not sure which one's the applicant. Oh, there we go. Yes, I do. Now I remember. You can come up and, you good? Okay, very good. Motion, please.
I'm happy to make a motion to approve the award of a commercial beautification grant in the amount of $12,225 to KH Holdings of Brevard.
I have a motion from Member Ball, a second from Member Stokel. Roll call vote.
Member Nelson, Chairman Diesel,
Yes.
Member Ball,
Yes.
Member Stokel,
Yes.
Member Aker,
Yes.
Member Robinson.
Yeah. Passes 6-0. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. I think this will be great moving forward. City Manager.
On to 8B, representatives of the Titusville Playhouse Incorporated have requested to make a 5-minute presentation to the CRA at the CRA's 10 May meeting to update the CRA on the status of the TPI's future development plans within the CRA district. Staff is recommending that CRA provide advisability on whether or not to hear the short presentation from TPI representatives regarding the development plans at the May 10th CRA meeting.
Very good. I don't think that involves staff at all. We have any comments? Member Nelson. Excuse me, Member Aker.
No, I'm sorry.
Okay, now Member Nelson.
Okay. I would love to hear. Stephen has done such a wonderful job down at the Playhouse. He's got that place packed every night. And at some point, as people come in, we are going to need more space. This is a perfect opportunity to see what they're thinking and where they want to go. Maybe help them out in certain ways, maybe not financially, but I always thought that we should have our lighting headed toward the tracks so that that whole area becomes a downtown area, a unified downtown area, as opposed to Main Street up here with how many lights we have on it. And get past Hopkins, there's really not a lot. So I would like to see some type of presentation, and maybe at some point do something like that.
I would echo your words, and I feel like we would be remiss if we as the CRA did not take this time to approve a presentation. It's one we need to hear. And as you said, that he keeps that place hopping down there, and every time I go to a show, I feel like I just had an experience. I mean, it's just not just a show. And it's such a community atmosphere as well. So I totally agree that I think we'd be remiss if we didn't hear it. Member Robinson?
Yes, I recently went to a show on Sunday, and I enjoyed it thoroughly. And but one of the things and my concern, and I've mentioned it in conversation, is that the age group that attends the theater is somewhere between my age and older, wherever you want to fit that. So it's up to you. And my concerns are, that it would be great to expand and to do that, but what in the future is going to change to bring a different age group to the theater? I'm involved. I like to go because of all of the traveling that I've done and all of the things that I've done in my life to increase my exposure to the world. But the younger generation is not doing that a whole lot, and I want to, interested in to know that what kind of surveys, how has the city or the theater evaluate their attendance? Because I don't think it's a whole lot of individuals that come from South County up to North County to go to the theater. So what's going to build this up, or what is the plan? What's causing the big growth process as far as facilities are concerned? That'd be an interesting thing to know.
Well, I agree with you, and that'd certainly be something to ask. I will say, I just got done filling out, and maybe you guys did too, a survey from them. Part of the thing was, what age group are you? I think they're very aware of that situation, and certainly have a youth program going on. But I wouldn't disagree with you right now. If we were to take a survey of the age of the folks going, we need to try to get that lower to go into the next decades. I agree. Member Stokel?
No, I definitely want a presentation, and this might be a question for Member Ball. Do you know, is this going to be a presentation just letting us know what their plans are, or do you think there's going to be any ask of CRA for certain things?
I think that the presentation is probably still a work in progress. And it's more than anything else is to provide a status report on where we're at in the planning process. And as to whether there's any ask associated with that, we'll wait until next. See.
Anybody else? I think everybody up on there has spoken. With that, can I have a motion for the presentation?
There's a card.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me have a card then.
Liz McTarian.
I got carried away, my bad. Well, that's not good. Yeah, where is it? There it is.
That one?
Yes, sir, ma'am.
Come on. I really didn't have plans to speak, so I don't have a prepared thing. So I've been listening very intently. So your commentary about there isn't necessarily an ask put together right now, I have a bit of an ask of you tonight. And Member Robinson, you are right on the money, because I was really privileged to just attend one of the workshops that they put together, a community gathering of information. And that was the current theme that happened throughout that workshop is, can we become a mecca in the community for diverse populations, for various age groups? Have Titusville Playhouse really become a true draw to Titusville? I've been here over 25 years, and God bless them, Titusville Playhouse with their local, I think it was Titusville Follies, was adorable. And everybody got to go see their neighbor go and perform. This current leadership has taken this playhouse to the next level. Their performances are stellar. This visioning is not specifically about growing the same audience. It's looking at how do we obviously have more seats that they can fill, but how do we also become something different in the community? And I'm really here tonight to speak on behalf of the Humanity Task Force for Social Justice. So, for example, we want to have current conversations with the Playhouse to perhaps produce and definitely perform a play that was put together to explain the Moors' life history. And those are the kind of things that are going to draw the different audience, and it will draw from across the county. Even the performances now do draw from across the county, but imagine if we're known as the go-to, I won't even call it entertainment, it's a cultural mecca in North Brevard. So I urge you to develop partnership with TPI as you move forward with your discussions after the presentation. We have offered a partnership, and as you know, Parrish has had a partnership for years and years. So this isn't about being able to put on a play for the community. Their vision is much bigger, and I look forward to you hearing their presentation. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And I certainly appreciate what Parrish does to promote that with tickets, et cetera. Yeah, Member Nelson.
Just want to add one thing. Yeah, we talk about people going to the Playhouse for, I'm going to say your age.
Yeah, my age and over, that's okay.
Sorry, Jeff. But there are certain plays during the year, such as Rocky Horror, are basically a lot younger this time. So I think that's possible to attract the younger people in our community. It just depends on what type of play we're doing. Right now, I think I've been a season ticket holder years, and I think those plays are more geared. But on occasion, aren't geared.
And I applaud the words, and I would add to that, maybe not recently, maybe not since 2020, I can't remember, but I know that I've taken my grandkids there to see plays like Peter Pan and some of those Disney classics. So they go that youthful thing, but that middle ground, I think we're missing. So I agree. Well said. And any more cards?
There's no more cards.
Okay, now I can take a motion on accepting their presentation. Member Nelson.
I'll make that motion.
And I need a second.
Second.
Member Aker. I have a motion and a second on accepting the presentation. Roll call vote, please.
Chairman Diesel,
Yes.
Member Ball,
Yes.
Member Stokel,
Yes.
Member Aker,
Yes.
Member Robinson,
Yes,
Member Nelson.
Passes 6-0. City Manager.
On to item 8C, which is a marina ordinance. The code does not permit marinas and yacht basins as a use within the downtown mixed-use district. Research into the history of the DMU zoning district indicates that the exclusion of marinas from the Uptown Subdistrict may have been based on the intent to redevelop the site known as Westland Marina into a mixed-use development. However, the multifamily project has not materialized, and the code as written does not reflect the continued operation of an existing marina at east of Washington Avenue. Staff has a proposed ordinance to make a recommendation to the City Council to approve this ordinance, and it'll be the first reading.
All right, thank you. Anybody up here want to say a word on that? I see none. Any cards, please?
There's no cards.
Okay, then we can take a motion to move forward. Member Nelson.
I'd move to make a recommendation to City Council to approve.
I have a motion. I need a second. I have a second from Member Aker. Roll call vote.
Vice Chair Jordan,
Moving on.
Member Ball,
Yes.
Member Stokel,
Yes.
Member Aker,
Yes.
Member Robinson,
yes,
Member Nelson,
Yes.
Chairman Diesel.
Yes, passes 6-0. City Manager.
On to item 8D, which is hanging basket contract award. Approve the award of the contract for the installation of hanging baskets and artificial plants to JB Lawn Controls Incorporated of Titusville, Florida, in the amount of $34,492.24 for the initial installation, $20,661.48 for an annual replacement for a term of 1 year with an option year of 4 renewal years. Additionally, approve the associated budget amendment, the project creation and issuance of the purchase order. The price for this item, it was very difficult to even find them right now. So that's why it's a little bit elevated from the last time you did hanging planters that are fake.
I appreciate that because that actually was going to be one of my questions in the whole bid process, but they're even hard to find, huh? I think they're very important. I think they add a lot. I think our citizens enjoy them, and I would support them. I just would like them to be cheaper. Member Ball.
I'm in favor of this, but I do have a question. The fund source is being a budget amendment from concrete street repair. How does that affect? I think I know what element of that you're getting it from, and I'm fine with that. But there are some concrete streets on the west side of Hopkins that were in the paving program. So does this take away from the paving program? Do you know?
It doesn't take away from resurfacing. It just delays any pure concrete street replacement. So any Riverside or where we do our concrete street replacement.
Okay. And as we all know, that's a very mixed opinions as to whether that should even be done. So I never have an issue with that. I think it came up with respect to, say, what is it, Wilson? One of those streets back there that is concrete, whether that gets just retopped or how that goes about. But that's still in the paving program, so I guess we can talk about that when
we can talk about that particular one. That allotment doesn't affect that.
Okay, that was my question. Thank you.
Good question, sir. Thank you. Anybody else with a question? Comment? Cards?
No cards.
Thank you. Can I have a motion? Member Nelson.
Move to recommend approval of award for the installation of hanging baskets and artificial plants to JB Lawn Control.
I have a motion from Member Nelson. I need a second.
Second.
Second from Member Aker. Roll call vote.
Member Aker?
Yes.
Member Robinson?
Yes.
Member Nelson? Chairman Diesel?
Yes.
Member Ball?
Yes.
Member Sokol?
Yes.
Passes 6-0. Thank you very much. I believe we moved to petitions and requests from the public. Petitions and requests. Name and address for the record, please.
Nico Stamos, 5320 Wendy Lee Drive, Titusville, Florida.
Hey.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor and
How
the
are
rest
you?
of the CRA members. For those of you who do not know me, my name is Nico Stamos. I'm the Associate Artistic Director and Education Director at the Titusville Playhouse. If you've been to the Titusville Playhouse and you've seen me, I'm also known as the younger, more handsome version of Stephen Heron, which is why you're here to see me tonight. We are very excited for all that is in line for the Titusville Playhouse, and the big thing that we are here for tonight is actually to go off of what Mr. Mayor had said earlier. We are in the process of doing a survey. We had two community engagements last week, and we are looking to you as well as the rest of the city to please give us more feedback. Without this feedback, we can't incorporate all of this information into as we plan for the future of the Titusville Playhouse. Something you said, sir, that I will attest to because I'm 28 years old and I moved to Titusville in 2015 not knowing what Titusville was and have worked here ever since. But I too would like to see younger people at the theater. I think theater, I came from the DC area and theater is really important. And I think that we can get a younger generation here, but it's working with the city to creating a downtown that people my age want to spend an evening at, not just a drive to the theater and back. So how to create an actual experience, not just one night only event. And that's what we're really looking forward to with this survey. So please, I would love it if all of you would fill this out and tell people to fill this out. It is on our website, TitusvillePlayhouse.com, until April 22nd. So please, please, please fill this out because all of this information that we received last week, as well as from these surveys, will be things we're going to present on in May when we come back to talk. But it is important to have this as we are doing these initial plannings because I would love to see as the space program starts to boom and we're getting people my age coming to this area. I would like them to see them come to Titusville and want to live in Titusville. I think there's a lot of potential for growth in the downtown area, and I think having something that is a cultural and entertainment hub is crucial to having a thriving downtown. So that's really what we're excited for with all of this, and I hope that you participate in this survey, and I hope to see you at the theater. Please.
Thank you very much.
So thank you, and if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer any.
First of all, I did do that survey, as you heard, and I think it's a very solid survey. It goes to a lot of different areas. And I do see you at the theater, and I will agree with you. You do have an awful lot of Mr. Steve in you. Same passion, same hands, same inflection. Well done. Thank you. Member
you.
Ball.
Yeah, not so much a question for Nico, but a comment back to Member Robinson that you're so spot on, and I hope what that you will find out of this exercise and maybe the material that gets presented next month is that we're doing exactly what you're recommending. We Titusville Playhouse has enlisted the assistance of probably the best theater consulting firm in the country, and we did a nationwide search for that, and they have helped lead us through how to put the survey together and how to segment that out into different, not just different demographics and different age groups, but by programming interest. What kind of programming would you like to see? So I think Nico is right. He's done a great job working with the theater consultant, and I'm as anxious as anybody to see what it says.
All right. Anybody else? I see none. Thank you so much, Nico.
Thank you so
well
much.
Done. Thank you.
I do have something to say.
Too late. Just kidding.
I enjoyed your role your on Sunday.
Well, thank you very much.
It was very much from the heart, and it came through.
I appreciate
Awesome.
that. Thank you.
Well done. Glad you got that in. Awesome. Super. Anybody else?
Dan Johnston, and I'm here about to say about the same thing I've said many times, and that we've got a problem here in the city, and the problem is, let me give you one example of the problem, is that is the sewage spill that we had. We have a consent order that was agreed upon by FDEP in the city that the sewage stopped on December the 19th, 2020, whereas we had a report on January the 12th, 2021, is that sewage was being routed to a sewage, routed to a storm sewer. They went to Graceview Park, and then went right directly to the river. That was January 12th. That was so what we have is, I have, for example, posters that say that, this is dated December the 22nd, said that we've got photos of the sewage going right into the river on December the 22nd and thereafter, which is in violation of the consent order. Disagrees with it, disagrees with police officers, city staff, and so forth like that. So what do? Are we doing the right thing when we have our police people in water resources and our public, they have gag orders on them, don't tell the truth? That's the way Florida today is. Florida today can't tell the truth about what happened, the sewage spill into the river at that time. This is not much more than Putin's propaganda. In other words, we just tell the public, or Florida Today and so forth, and city council, they just tell us what our city manager wants to tell us. In other words, which is untrue. I think I would like you all to do something else, and that is do the right thing. And that's the way we were brought up. So now we're doing the opposite. We're teaching our children not to tell the truth. No, that's what we are. By example, we're teaching our children not to tell the truth. When we say, for example, sewage stopped in the river December the 19th, where we got photos and so forth, February the 18th, that's months later, we had sewage being photoed going to the river, and that's when Scott Devine of Water Resources built another dam to stop the sewage. So what do? We still don't tell the truth. We still have gag orders on Water Resources. Same thing with the sewage spray. We kept it going for months. make them look, we make these guys look pretty, but the thing is not true. So what are we telling our children and our grandchildren, those afterwards? We're telling them what? Not to tell the truth.
Thanks, Dan.
Discussion? Thank you.
Anybody else petitions or requests? I see none. City Manager, Executive.
Onto the Executive Director's report, no action items. I would like to point out at the farmers market that we restarted, the March 25th one was well attended. We had 654 families that were served,
Wow.
which is even more than when we discontinued it. So I think and I was there as we were handing out tokens, and everybody was very excited that we restarted that program. So I wanted to pass that along to the board. It's very much appreciated from those citizens that are in
Thank you for passing that on. Good. Anybody up here? Member Nelson.
I do have a question. Did we get the mangroves planted in Scobie Park? It's saying completed the week of March 28th. No,
I was informed that, yes, the mangroves have been planted.
Okay.
And they're working on the, I guess, marking the impervious sidewalk.
Yeah, the locates are clear this week and streets will be installed on the sidewalk in the next 2 weeks. And the award for the plantings will be on the next council meeting.
Okay.
Not tonight, in 2 weeks.
So I need to clean my glasses. Thank you. You don't have.
I'm just taking their word for it.
Okay.
Yeah, they're small. They're grown by UCF, so they're not large. They're the same size the last versions were that were planted 3 years ago.
Okay.
They're grown by one of the professors. She donates them to the city, so we picked them up, and Sandy and one of our streets employees planted them. But yeah, they're small, but they are out there.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Member Ball.
I wanted to take a moment and highlight the first informational item on the Executive Director's report, and that is for everybody listening, everybody up here. The city's CRA has an update to its redevelopment plan in progress, and a really talented contractor, S&ME, is working on that update, and they're going to spend all day at the Welcome Center over right across the street, 10 a.m. to 6:30 p.m., willing to sit and listen and dialogue with anybody that wants to come in and share their thoughts about what could be done better in the downtown or any specific area. And I can assure you that the Playhouse will be there to talk to them. I hope the merchants will be as well, and some of the residents of the area. But we got so much going on in Titusville. It's occasionally these things get lost. So forgive me if I just take a moment to promote that one opportunity, because they're going to take that input and come back to CRA and to the community in May with a draft. And then we're going to vote on it, and it'll become the updated plan. And that's what will guide the spending of our tax increment funds for the next decade. So I would encourage anybody that feels that they have some ideas they'd like to see addressed by the planners to take that opportunity before it's last minute. Yes, ma'am.
It's this Thursday.
This
If I may,
Thursday, the 14th.
yeah, if I may add that you can also, if you can attend, there is on the Titusville.com website, on the news banner, there is information, and you can go to a survey as well.
All right, thank you for that information. City Manager, anything else? We're good? All right, with that, we will start the council meeting at 6:30. I was going to say dismissed again. Adjourned.